Hello children, in continuation with the basic concept in the geometry, today we will see some of the points from the let's learn. In last lecture we have seen the coordinates of a point and how to find the distance between the 2 points. Here that we seen already this coordinates of the point and distance. Okay, we studied it, how to find the distance between the 2 points. What we have to do for that, we have to find the coordinates first of all of the letter points, and after that what we have to do, we have to subtract smaller coordinate from the bigger one. Okay, after that we seen between is, so for this figure, for first figure, point Q is in between P and R, so its between is P dash Q dash R. Okay, after that here it is P dash R dash Q, and for last it is R dash P dash Q. In this way we should seen how to find the distance between on a number line. After that we seen the solved examples, and I hope all of you solve the practice set number 1.1. okay, and after that today we will see the let's learn part. And what is the part we will see in our textbook Mathematics Part 1 Standard 9. We have learned union and intersection of sets. I think in first or second lecture inside, for the part 1 mathematics, it is the algebra part. Inside it you seen that union set and the intersection of set. Okay, so in this, now let us describe the segment, ray, line as a set of points. Now we are describing segment, ray and line as a set of points. Okay, so first of all, what is union set? Suppose there is a one set, that is, now before starting our concept, we will just review what is the union set and what is the intersection set. So I wrote here a set of numbers from 1 to 10, and that set is called as a set A. Now I will write set B, and inside it I will write even numbers 2, then 4, then 6, 8 and 10. Okay, if you see this, then you will notice that what we have to see, the union set. If you see the union set means A union B, I think you have learned this, is equals to A union B means all the contents which are present in A and B. But here if you see, this is the 2. Okay, it is repeated in both the sets. After that this is 4, it is also repeated in both set. This is 6, it is also repeated in the both set. 8 and lastly 10. Okay, so these numbers are present in both the sets. So what you are thinking, A union B inside we have to write this repeat 2 times? No, it's not like that. We have to write it at once only. So this is 1, 2 is present in both the sets. Okay, what I said, 2 is present in both the sets. So here is 10. Okay, so here it is 1, then 2 is present both set, but we do not write it 2 and 2 times. We have to write it at once only. So 1, 2, after that 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, 7, see 7 is here, then 8, 9 and lastly 10. Okay, so this is the union set of A and B. A and B's union set. Okay, now this is called as a union set. If you want to find out the A intersection B set, then in that we have to write the numbers which are present in both the sets only. So which is the number present in both sets? That we already circle it, that is 2. Next it is 4, then here it is 6, then 8, okay, and lastly 10. So these numbers are present in both the set, so this is called as a intersection B. A intersection means B means the numbers which are present in both the sets, it is called as a intersection B, and A union B, it is called as a numbers which are present in both the sets. That output all we have to take here, and this is called as a what? It is the intersection and the union set of the numbers. Okay, now in our geometry also, what they told you here, we have to learn union set. We have to learn union set we have to learn union set and the intersection of sets in the topic set, and that we have to learn in our segment, ray and line as a set of points. Okay, so first of all we will see the line segment. So what is a line segment? We will see the definition at first. See, a union set of point A and point B, means this is the point A and that point is B. Okay, the union set of point A and B and the point between A and B is called as a AB. Means suppose this is A and B points are there, and the points which are coming in between A and B plus the point in between the A and B is called as a union set of AB, and that is called as a line segment. Okay, what they told you, the union set of point A, point B and points between A and B is called as a segment AB. Okay, so suppose I will draw here another line, then you will understand that suppose this is point P. Okay, and here one more point I draw here, I will draw, this is point Q. Okay, now to join this point P and Q, what I will draw this, and this is called as a segment PQ, and is nothing but it is the union set of point P, point Q and the points in between the P and Q is called as a line segment. Okay, and segment AB is written as seg AB. How we are writing this? Seg AB. Segment AB is written as seg AB. Same way PQ is written as seg PQ. Seg PQ. Okay, it is its writing. Then seg AB means seg BA. You can read it from this way, otherwise this way. This seg AB or seg BA. We can read it as a seg AB or seg BA. You can read in this way also and in this way also. Okay, and here seg PQ or seg what we have to say QP. We can read in both the way. So after that, the distance between the end points of the segment is called as a length of segment. What they told you, the distance between A and B. Suppose you take the measuring scale and measure the distance between A and B, and if it 3 centimeter, then what we said that the seg AB's measure is 3 centimeter. If you say PQ, its measure is suppose 4 centimeter, then we can say it as a what? Say as a seg AB is equal to 3 centimeter, seg PQ is equal to 4 centimeter, or we can write it as a in this way. Okay, this we can write L for length, into bracket length of AB means the distance between the point AB. Suppose its measure is how much I told you, 3 centimeter. Okay, so length of AB is equals to 3 centimeter. Okay, in this way we are writing the length of AB. Here what they told you, that is length of AB is equal to how much given here, 5 centimeter. If it is 5 centimeter here, then what we have to do here, the length measure is 5 centimeter, then you write here length of, in this way, length of AB equals to 5 centimeter. Okay, in this way. So first what we learn from this all, first of all we can read it as a seg AB seg A B or B A. Both way we can read it. What is the seg AB? Seg AB means the point A, point B, and the line A and B, and the points in between AB is called as a seg AB. Point A, point B, and points in between AB is called as a seg AB. Okay, and we can write it as a length AB is equals to, length of AB is equals to how much? 5 centimeter, 7 centimeter, whatever is the measure, in that way we have to write. And again one more point they told you here, that length of AB is equal to distance between AB. So L for length of AB and here D for distance of AB. Okay, now after completing after line segment we will move towards the ray AB. What is ray AB? You know that ray means what we are understanding? The sun rays. So suppose this is the sun and this is the rays. So we are starting from here. Sun has only one end. If you see this figure, it has only one end and it moves only in one direction. Okay, so this is called as a what? Say rays. Now if you see, suppose A and B not two distinct points. A and B are not two distinct points. The union set means distinct means here what? A, for segment inside we took 2 points, that A and point B. Okay, and it has a particular measure. But here for ray AB, it has no means it extend in one direction. In there is a indefinitely it can extend it. We can extend it. Okay, so what they told you, suppose AB are not two distinct points, the union set of all points on seg AB and the point P such as A dash B dash P is called as a ray AB. See here what they told you, the union set of all points on seg AB. From here to here it is seg AB. So all points on AB, and again what they told you, and the points P, this point P, such that A dash P dash P means B is in between, means A B, it is between us, we already studied, means B is in between A and P. Okay, so here this ray is called as a ray AB, and we can extend it. How much will come on his way? Points, all the points are included in the means union set of A B plus all the points means P, wherever it may be, here this point it may be in another place, here P. We can extend how much it is there, and that much points are included in the ray AB. Okay, this is called as a point A is called as a end points of ray AB. Okay, what they told you here, point A is end point, means it has only one end, and that end point is the A, and we can read it as a ray, we can read it as a ray A B or AP also, A P, because it is on it. Okay, so but we cannot read it as a BA, otherwise PA. Understand? After the ray we will move towards the line. Okay, so what is line? So line, the union set of points on ray AB and opposite of ray AB is called as a line AB. Okay, what they told you, the union set of points on ray AB and opposite ray AB. Suppose this is the point and this is our ray A and this is B. Okay, and opposite of it also what happens, suppose if I will draw the ray, so suppose this is ray AB and one this side also ray AB, and here it is the, here is the point A, this is point A. Okay, so A B, all the points on ray AB and opposite to it means this direction is called as a, what they told you, it is called as a set of points seg AB and a subset of AB. So as per definition, union set of point AB and opposite ray of AB means this is AB and that is opposite ray. Suppose I will write here C, then AC and AB. I is called as a line AB, means it is never ending, both side it extends, there is a no end. So the set of points of AB is a subset of points on line AB. What they told you, set of points AB is a subset of point AB. Now we seen that A inside which point numbers are there, 1 to 10 numbers, and B inside which numbers are there, 2, 3, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, and inside it what happens, all even numbers is the set is the subset of which the natural numbers. In that way, same way, this line AB, what they told you, this AB is a part of line AB, means seg AB is a subset of point AB. So in this way we can write seg AB is subset of, say that seg AB is a subset of points of line AB. Okay, after that we will see the congruent segment. Suppose here are two segments. Which two segments are there? AB and the CD. Okay, if measure of AB is equal to 5 cm and CD is equal to also 5 cm, then we say that AB is congruent to CD, length of AB is equal to length of CD, then we say that AB is congruent to CD, otherwise CD is congruent to AB. Okay, then we can write it as a length of seg AB is congruent to seg CD, otherwise seg CD is congruent to seg AB. Okay, you can say both ways, seg AB is congruent to CD or CD is congruent to AB. Okay, after that we will see the properties of congruent segment. So first property is the reflexivity. Then if AB is congruent to AB, means every segment is congruent to itself, and it is called as a reflexivity. Okay, so next property is the symmetricity. For reflexivity, you can take the example of you and your photo. Then you will notice that you and your mirror image, then you and your mirror size is same, so you can say that you are congruent to your mirror image. So AB is congruent to AB means every segment is congruent to itself. This property is called as a reflexivity. Next property is the symmetry. If seg AB is congruent to seg CD, then CD is also congruent to AB. Just now we seen here, if AB is congruent to CD, then CD is also congruent to AB. This property is called as a symmetry. After that we will see the next property, that is transitivity. Suppose I will draw one more line here, and that is EF. Then if AB is congruent to CD and CD is congruent to EF, then we can say that AB is also congruent to EF. Okay, what I said, if AB is congruent to CD, CD is congruent to AB, then AB is also congruent to EF, and this property is called as a transitivity. Okay, if you see in the picture, you will here you will say that AB is congruent to CD, CD is congruent to EF, then AB is also congruent to EF. Means if AB congruent to CD, CD congruent to EF, then AB and EF are also congruent to each other. Okay, after that we will see the midpoint of segment. Okay, so what is midpoint of segment? So if you see, this is M is the point, is such that distance of AM, seg AM is congruent to MB. Okay, seg AM is congruent to MB, then we say that the M is the midpoint of AB. Means suppose this is whole length is 6 cm, AB is equal to 6 cm, and AM is equal to 3 cm, and MB is also 3 cm, then we say that the M is the midpoint of the seg AB. Okay, then and one more condition is that A dash M dash B, means M lies in between A and B. Okay, now we will see the comparison of segments. So if you notice here, AB is smaller than CD. So we are writing seg AB is smaller than seg, which is this CD, or we can say another way also, that is seg AB seg CD is greater than seg AB. Means this is a comparison in between the segment. Okay, so if AB is smaller than CD, we can write it, and this way AB is smaller than CD, or the CD is greater than AB. This is a comparison of segment. You just measure the length of both the segment, or you can use, for that you use the ruler, otherwise the protractor. Then you can or divider, you can measure the lengths and you can find easily the comparison in between these two. Okay, now after that we will see the next point, that is the perpendicularity of the segment and the rays. For that I will draw here some figures. Okay, so which are the figures here? So if line containing two segments, okay, if line containing two segment, this is the line and this is the another line segment, this is, then if the lines containing two segments, two rays, okay, two rays we will see. Suppose this is the first ray and that is the another second ray. Okay, and next what they told you here, that is a ray and a segment. So this is a ray, this is a, suppose this is ray, and that is segment, this is segment. Then what they told you, two are perpendicular each other, are perpendicular to each other, they are all perpendicular. Suppose these are perpendicular, here it is perpendicular and here it is perpendicular, then we can say that these are perpendicular to each other. It may be line segment, it may be rays, or it may be ray and a line segment. So here we say that AB is perpendicular on CD, otherwise CD is perpendicular on AB, and this is the sign of perpendicular. And how we are say that? We can say that if AB, seg AB is perpendicular on line CD, otherwise line CD is perpendicular on AB. Okay, then next part is the distance of a point from the line. Now if you see, this is point C and CD is perpendicular on AB. Okay, this is point C and it is perpendicular on AB, and the distance of C and D is A, then we can say that the point C is at a distance of A from AB. We can say that point C is at a distance of A from this AB. Okay, length of CD is equal to A, so C is a distance of a point A from line AB, but the condition is that CD must be perpendicular on AB, then only we say that it is the height, or it is the perpendicular distance, is the distance between the point and this line segment. Okay, now today we seen that the first line segment, okay, it has a exact measure, it has a exact measure, we can read it as a AB, otherwise BA. Okay, then next point, next we seen the ray has a one end. Okay, one end is there and one side it extend, there is a no limit it can extend. We can read as a AP, otherwise AB, but we cannot read as a AB, BA, otherwise PA. Okay, then after moving line AB, we see that line AB is the line means AB means this is, suppose this is the line AB, this is point A, wait, this is A and this is B, and we got the AB, and opposite to AB is called as a line, and union set of AB and opposite ray of AB is called as a line AB. Next we seen the congruent AB, line AB we can read as a BA, otherwise AB both way. And next we seen the congruent segments, so length of AB is equal to length of CD, then we say that these two are congruent to each other, and this is a sign of congruency. Then we see in the properties of so congruent reflexivity, that is every segment is congruent to itself. Symmetry, one segment is congruent to another one, then another is congruent to first one. So AB is congruent to CD, then CD is congruent to AB. Next we see in the transitivity, if AB is congruent to CD, CD is congruent to EF, then AB and CF are also congruent to each other. Okay, then we see in the midpoint, when we see that, say that it is a midpoint, when measure of AB, AM and MB is same, then we say that M is the midpoint of AB. Then next point we see in the comparison we are using the greater than and smaller than sign. If it is smaller, then we say that AB is smaller than CD or CD is greater than AB. Okay, and next we see in the perpendicular of the if this is perpendicular on it, then we can say that AB is perpendicular on CD, or say AB is perpendicular on ray AB. Okay, and the distance of a from a line, then we say that this, suppose CD is perpendicular on AB, then distance of C from D is the distance of point C from line AB. So we seen this. Now afterwards there is a 1.2, it's practice at 1.2. It's very easy and you have to solve and send me on my personal mobile number. Okay, thank you.